Motivation is one of those things that comes and goes, but the habits you build and the thoughts you choose to believe will keep you moving forward even on the days you don't feel like it. When you do the things that I'm about to talk about, it might make it just a little bit easier, even though it's important to have discipline and do the things even when you don't feel like it. How much better would it be if you felt like it more often? So I have 5 practical ways that I believe can help you feel more motivated as you're on your journey of pursuing the purpose that God has placed in you. Let's get into it. The first thing is set goals no matter how small. What are some goals that you'd like to achieve? Just the act of setting goals forces you to think a little bit bigger. Whenever I set a goal, I feel a little excited because I'm thinking about how I'm going to feel after I achieve that goal. And I'm all for thinking big and dreaming big, but it's actually those small goals that excite me the most because I know that it's those bite-sized goals that can actually turn into big things over time. Achieving those small goals builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence fuels motivation because now you're starting to believe in yourself. Every time you follow through on something you said you were going to do, you're proving to yourself that you can do hard things, and that gives you motivation to keep going. The second thing is feed your mind good content. Pay attention to what you're feeding your mind. If you're always watching the news, scrolling through negativity, or surrounding yourself with people who mostly complain, that's going to drain you. It makes it so much harder to stay excited about your future when all you're hearing is what's wrong in the world. So instead, listen to things that inspire you. Watch videos that can teach you something. Read books that can help you to grow. Spend time around people that encourage you and challenge you to become better. And if you don't have anyone in your life that's encouraging, encourage yourself. Sometimes we have to be our own cheerleaders and speak life into ourselves. But overall, just take control over the things that are going into your mind. The third thing is move in silence. Understand that you do not have to announce every plan. Not everyone is going to understand your vision, and that's okay. God gave the vision to you, not everybody else. Protect what it is that you're building, and don't think that you need anybody to validate you or give you permission to do the things that you feel called to do. Some people just naturally see the glass half empty. So if you tell those kind of people your plans too early, they may unintentionally discourage you before you even start building that thing that God has placed in your heart. So if they're not speaking encouragement, wisdom, and inspiration, limit those conversations. And don't you dare share all of your dreams and visions and goals with someone with a negative mindset. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't ever share your goals. Just be wise about who you share them with. Tell the people who genuinely want to see you succeed. People who will give you constructive advice instead of just criticism and negativity. And don't feel the need to make big announcements. You don't owe the world an explanation of why you're doing what you're doing. They'll see it when it happens. The fourth thing is think about what you're thinking about. This is a big one because that feeling of not being motivated or feeling uninspired may have started because you're holding on to thoughts that aren't serving you or thoughts that are actively working against you. Your thoughts matter more than you realize. Negative thoughts are going to come, but you don't have to entertain every last one of them. So when you catch yourself thinking things like, I'm not good enough, or I'll never make it, challenge those thoughts instead of accepting them as truth. There's a verse in the Bible that says, take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ. When you start having thoughts that are working against you, we are to take captive those thoughts. That means to capture, seize, take control of. And once you capture that thought, observe it. What is this thought saying about you? Where did it come from? The only thing that can dispel a lie is the truth. So instead of meditating on a lie, you tell that thought the truth. What does God's word say about his creation? This thought might be saying that you're not enough, but God's word says that you are. Protect your mind by taking captive these destructive thoughts so that you can stay motivated and focused. The fifth and last thing is make time to enjoy your life. Don't become so focused on achieving that you forget to live. Make it a goal to create more enjoyment in your life. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I get there, wherever there is. But if your happiness and joy is always waiting for that next milestone, you'll miss out on the life that you're living right now. So ask yourself, what do I genuinely enjoy doing? Maybe it's reading or going for a walk, painting, spending time with family, grabbing a coffee with a friend, or even just having a slow, peaceful day. Whatever it is, make time for it. You may even have to schedule it in advance. Life isn't just about reaching this destination. It's about learning to enjoy the journey along the way. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." To me, this means having joy in the gift that God has given us called life strengthens us and helps us to get through times of difficulty. You can be in a difficult season in your life and still have joy. And if you can find joy and gratitude in the middle of hardship, just imagine how much sweeter life is going to feel when you finally step into that next season of life that may not be as hard. So these are just some practical tools that help with the mindset so that you can stay motivated in a world that tries to weigh you down. Life won't always be easy, but you don't have to let your circumstances determine your attitude. Hope this helps. Bye for now.